What's up, everybody? I'm Jack Slater, aka the Comic Outlaw, yeah. And I hope you're ready to go back into the world of Green Lantern. Oh, power up your power rings. In brightest day and blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light. Let's get into this. Alright, Hal Jordan just got in the ring from a fallen Abin Sur. And now, he's dreaming. With the right willpower, he feels he could fly. He could touch the sky, drifting back and forth. And then he hears something rumbling deep in his conscience. His father's voice, telling him, you've been messing up. You've been drinking. And he feels that fear deep inside of him. And suddenly, the plane begins to crash. It begins to move. No power on its own. As if the very will was sucked out of his being. And the ring glows as he looks up at a giant power battery. And he feels that fear deep inside of him. He feels it deep. He looks on as the plane's about to crash into the battery. As he's about to die. As he crashes into it and explodes. And now, Hal Jordan must face himself. He must understand what he wears. And as the energy pours out of it, Hal must understand who he is in the ring he wears as he wanders out. And this is interesting that he uses this as a Green Lantern power. He actually makes it kind of like a catcher's mitt and actually hitches a ride. I guess he doesn't trust his flying powers at this point. Don't blame him. He actually ends up going to the hospital visiting his friend, and he technically is the best pilot in Ferris Airs right now, but it goes back and forth. Anyways, someone opens the door. Hal's suit automatically turns on. And Hal, barely understanding his powers, flies right through the window. Yeah, he can actually do that. As the police show up, he wears a mask. And of course, he's sitting in the air trying to figure out what to do. And he decides, who's flying today? It's probably one of the people he knows and drinks with. So, Hal, being a little mischievous, decides to pop in on him. He tries to get out of his way, tries to avoid him. Hal actually uses a hand, plucks it right out of the sky, and sets it down. Now, this pilot was in no danger at all. I just want to state that right now. But Hal was just kind of trying to get a little bit of attention. And of course, Carol steps up to him. She doesn't recognize him with the mask. Hal's actually thinking it was a good thing until the pilot actually checks him, tells him, you could have killed me, there could have been an accident. And Hal just kind of flies away all pissed off. You gotta remember, at this point, Hal Jordan's still a jerk. He's dealing with a lot of things right now. And speaking of dealing with things, something just found him. Yes, a big yellow machine. Looks like a hunter. And it's hunting something. It's after the Green Lantern of 2814. This creature will not be stopped as it crashes the ship wandering Abin. Do you have an ambush? It's looking for Abin Sur. It's hunting him. What will it find? This yellow beast. As it steps in, it finds a hologram of a battery, and it finds Abin's corpse. This creature picks up his corpse, yelling at him, wondering where the new Green Lantern is. But money in his suit, his technology, he's able to find him. As he beats Abin's corpse into the ground, and begins his hunt for the new Green Lantern of Sector 2814, Hal Jordan of Earth. Now, Hal Jordan's basically flying around, thinking, he had to do right, he had to stop drinking, and most importantly, he had to turn himself in, because he still has to go to jail for a certain amount of days for drunk driving. And he's thinking, what is he going to do with his ring? And, he's thinking the ring could be a get-out-of-jail-free card. He's kidding on that one, but hey, it's always nice to have that. So he ends up surrendering everything, including his ring, and he's in jail. And this is the point where Hal just kind of thinks about what he did. I mean, he did flip over a Jeep with his best friend and 2 other people in there, so there's a lot of room for improvement. So he's talking to this guy, and basically he just kind of tells him the truth on what's going on. And does get Hal thoughts on what he's going to do, what this ring is, and what exactly he's been gifted. And also he has to straighten things out with Carol because, well, he really has nowhere else to go. Alright, now the cops are just relaxing, doing their typical talk. And then of course the machine smashes in. We were all expecting this. The giant yellow machine comes in and just smashing its way through. It's after Hal Jordan. It is after that ring. See, that ring's a very powerful source. It can sustain power. That ring is very valuable amongst the universe. Just to let everyone know. Of course, that creature shoots its way through. I mean, it has no problem turning these cops into fried bacon. And Hal Jordan's there wondering what he's going to do. And of course, it just fires out at random, breaks the bars. And him and his cellmate are there. The guy that was kind of setting him on the straight and narrow. And this guy is basically, well, he has green pants, but they're about to turn brown. So he gets up and he's just going to run for it. Can't blame the guy. Of course, that guy takes a shot at him. And while he's probably turning him into barbecue, Hal Jordan reaches out in the envelope and grabs his ring. And Hal's feeling pretty good right now that he has his ring. He thinks, you know, I could take this guy. I could kick this guy's ass. His energy field pops on. Big smile on his face. He points his ring, and then all of a sudden, the power goes out. And this is where Hal Jordan's probably wearing his brown pants. Anyways, the robot looks at him and says, "Is that all?" Grabs Hal Jordan and starts crushing him. And I mean, he is crushing Hal to death. So what's going to happen now? How's Hal going to get out of this situation? More importantly, how's he going to hook up with Carol again? And what's he going to do next against this colossal foe? Well, we'll find out the next time, won't we? And I'll catch you on the flip side, yeah.